Hey folks, my name is Umkar Jagdare and I'm coming at you from Detroit, Michigan. And today I'm going to talk to you about Day 1 CPT colleges in US and what does a Day 1 CPT college really mean, who can attend this college, and other details for it. Before I get started, I want to let you know one thing. I am not an immigration lawyer, so this is not an immigration advice. This is not legal counsel. What I'm going to share here is my experience in attending a Day 1 CPT college and how I was able to get my H1B while attending college and while going to school. And I did this everything legally and ethically from a university called Harrisburg University. Okay, but before we get started, I would really appreciate if you can give me a thumbs up to the video. It allows me to reach out to more people just like you. So let's get started. So number one thing, what is a Day 1 CPT college? So a Day 1 CPT college is basically a college that has built programs that allow you to start working on the first day. Already working at a company and you have exhausted your 3 H1B options, you can be the person who can go to a college like that. In my opinion, and from the universities I have heard about, I'll give you an example. Harrisburg University, for example, or I know University of Michigan also has Day 1 CPT program. So these universities are legal and ethical because I've attended them, I know about them, I researched them. There are other universities which I don't want to name here. The reason is because I don't know if they are legal and ethical. So I'm not going to say their names. If you can just Google, you will find all the information there. Okay. Now, who should attend a Day 1 CPT college? Now, this is very tricky situation, okay? Because I don't want to be the one giving you advice, but in my opinion, the reason I attended Day 1 CPT college is because I had done my undergrad in US and I was looking at another degree and I wanted to continue working while I went to school. So one of the best options I had was Day 1 CPT college. So my 3 H1Bs were denied and I wanted to go and kept working while studying. So Harrisburg University was my option. It is Day 1 CPT. I pursued a program called project management, so masters of project management. It was a degree above what I was doing. It also allowed me to get into project management at my own company, and that's the reason I went for a Day 1 CPT. Basically, after my H1B was over, my OPT period was over, I was able to continue working while studying. Now, imagine if you have only 1 year of OPT, you have done your MBA or something in US, you didn't get your H1B in during that time. So a Day 1 CPT college may help you or may not help you, I'm not sure, depending upon your situation. Now, who shouldn't attend a Day 1 CPT college, in my opinion? If you're coming from international, like imagine if you're coming from another country, for you, it doesn't make sense to go to a Day 1 CPT college. The reason is Day 1 CPT colleges are geared towards people who are already working. So it's designed for people who are professionals, already have jobs. So when someone is coming from another country and trying to do Day 1 CPT, it doesn't look good, first of all, because you're gonna raise questions. Let's say imagine you come here and within a month you take CPT and start working. So when you apply for H1B visa, when you apply for OPT later on, you may have issues, you may have questions that will raise because they are like, hey, you already came in US for a month, how did you find a job and all those things. So these things I don't recommend. If you are an international student, come to a normal university, study for a year and then get your CPT, because if you really see, even with Day 1 CPT, you only get 1 year of CPT when you come from somewhere outside. You use that 1 year of CPT. Next year, if you use another year of CPT, you will lose OPT, you lose that 3 years of extension time you're going to get. So if you don't get your H1B within that first year, you'll still have to take break. You will still have to take a break. So it doesn't make sense for an international person coming outside the country to go to a Day 1 CPT college, because usually they are not that highly ranked. Their placements are not top, in my opinion. So basically somebody who already has a job, makes sense for them to maybe look into this kind of university. Okay, now how does a Day 1 CPT college really work? So if you really see, Day 1 CPT colleges, depending upon university, are designed separately. Like in case of Harrisburg University, I had a 6 semester program, which is 2 years. So fall, spring, and summer. So you have to continuously keep studying. You may have a month break between semesters, but you're continuously studying. If you want your CPT, you have to keep studying. Now, if this is your second master's, which most of the people will be doing, if this is your second master's, in your case, what will happen is you most probably will be taking CPT again, so you'll be taking 2 years of continuous CPT because you have exhausted your OPT. If this is your second master's but you haven't taken STEM extension, then it may be a good idea for you to skip the second year of CPT. Just do 1 year of CPT and take a break, and then continue to apply your 3 years of extension if this is your second master's and you haven't taken OPT. Okay, so the way university really works is you have classes from Monday to Friday. You have classes 2 days a week. Most of these classes are online, but on a monthly basis or every in a semester, you go to the university 3 to 4 times for on-campus classes. Now, these are executive classes designed for people who are working professionally. So that means you'll go and study the entire Saturday or even Sunday. You will go to the university and you study there, and that's your in-class attendance, and that is very important, and that is what makes this system, the Day 1 CPT college, legal. Because if you're attending a university in US and you are an international student and your entire program is online, most probably that university is most probably you are not maintaining your status. One of the biggest requirement according to USCIS, what I have read, again, this is not my advice, but what I have known is you have to be attending classes on the campus. So if you're attending classes online, then you want to question yourself that is this a legal university if you don't have any classes on campus. Okay, so what makes Day 1 CPT colleges legal is classes on campus. So at Harrisburg University, I would go to the campus 3 times a semester, and I attended classes there. I met people, I met my professors, I hung out with them, I learned from them, and that was one of the best experiences I had. So here's the thing. Now, let's say if your Day 1 CPT college is, for example, in my case, I live in Detroit area. I went to work here. My work is here, but my school is in Harrisburg. So on a monthly basis, I would either drive there or I would fly in to attend my classes. So what happens when you get your H-1B selected? Let's say you get your H-1B, and when you apply for it, you will definitely get an RFE if you are studying outside of the city your college is, because they want to question okay, you're living in Detroit, your college is in Harrisburg, how are you attending? And that's when you have to start collecting all the receipts, the flights, the Airbnb receipts, hotel receipts, your food receipts, everything you do there, you want to start collecting. That is the proof that you went to college there. You want to talk to your professors, you want to show your grades. All these documents have to be collected because you will get an RFE if you're living somewhere outside. Proving that you went to the university is not hard if you really did. So my advice is always to collect documentation wherever you went to university. So that will help you answer this RFE. And I think that's pretty much what you have, folks. So if you really see a Day 1 CPT university in most cases are legal, make sure you talk to your lawyer. Make sure your company lawyer, you ask them, hey, is this university legal? Can you check up for that? In my case, I did my research. I talked to a couple of lawyers and they told me it's legal. I talked to the university. They told me it's legal. And that's how I got my H-1B and eventually was also able to apply for my GC and stuff like that. So look into the university, do your research before taking action. Don't just listen to a random person on YouTube and take decisions, folks. When I was doing things, I didn't even had anybody on YouTube telling me all of this. There was no information out there. My reason for you to give this information is just to give you an idea of what's out there and what options you have for yourself. But the research, you have to do it. Nobody else can do the research for you. You have to pay a lawyer. You have to talk to lawyers and do this research. So saying all of that, if you have any questions, if you want to talk to me, I have a link in the bottom. You can connect with me there. You can book a call also if you want to talk to me urgent, but I'm not going to give you any immigration advice. I can just share my experience with you. But I had great time talking to you. I hope you all the best with your journey with immigration. But if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. But otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Take care.